Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and challenges are an inevitable part of the journey. While many people view challenges as obstacles meant to bring them down, those who succeed understand that every difficulty holds the potential for growth and transformation. The way we perceive and respond to our struggles determines the course of our future. Instead of seeing challenges as burden, every hardship we encounter has the potential to shape us into stronger, wiser, and more resilient individuals. When we face difficult situations, it is natural to feel overwhelmed, discouraged, or even defeated. However, the most successful individuals do not allow their hardships to define them. Instead, they embrace adversity as a tool for growth. Think about a seed buried in the soil. It experiences darkness, pressure, and difficulty before it begins to sprout and grow into something beautiful. Similarly, human growth often comes from enduring struggles and pushing through adversity. Without challenges, we would never be forced to step out of our comfort zones. And without discomfort, there would be no reason to evolve. One of the greatest examples of turning challenges into opportunities is seen in the lives of many successful people. History is filled with stories of individuals who faced incredible hardships, yet refused to let those struggles defeat them. Thomas Edison, one of the most famous inventors of all time, failed thousands of times before successfully creating the light bulb. If he had given up after his initial failures, the world might never have benefited from his invention. Instead, he saw each failure as a lesson, an opportunity to improve, and a stepping stone towards success. This mindset is what separates those who grow from those who remain stuck in their difficulties. Challenges test our character and force us to develop qualities like perseverance, patience, and problem-solving skills. When we struggle, we learn more about ourselves, our strengths, weaknesses, and how we handle adversity. Difficulties push us to be resourceful, think creatively, and develop new strategies to overcome obstacles. They also help us build mental toughness, making us better equipped to handle future difficulties with confidence and resilience. If we never faced challenges, we would never know our full potential. There is also an important psychological aspect to facing challenges. Often fear holds us back from growth. We fear failure, disappointment, or not being good enough. However, when we shift our perspective and start seeing challenges as opportunities rather than threats, we take away their power over us. Instead of fearing failure, we begin to embrace it as a learning experience. Instead of avoiding difficulties, we start seeking them out as chances to grow. This shift in mindset transforms the way we approach life, making us more courageous, determined, and proactive in our pursuits. It is also important to understand that challenges provide us with unique opportunities to inspire others. When we overcome hardships and come out stronger, we become living proof that resilience leads to success. Our struggles and victories serve as motivation for those around us who may be facing similar difficulties. By sharing our experiences and demonstrating that obstacles can be overcome, we encourage others to keep pushing forward. Challenges, therefore, not only shape our individual growth, but also allow us to have a positive impact on those around us. To turn challenges into opportunities, we must develop the habit of looking at every situation with a growth-oriented mindset. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? We should ask, what can I learn from this? Shifting our focus from the problem to the solution helps us take control of our lives and turn setbacks into stepping stones. The key is to remain persistent, embrace the lessons, and use every difficulty as a tool for growth. Life will never be free of challenges, but that is what makes it exciting and meaningful. Each difficulty we face presents a chance to evolve into a stronger and wiser version of ourselves. If we can learn to see obstacles not as roadblocks but as opportunities, we will be unstoppable. The struggles we go through today are shaping us into the person we are destined to become. Those who understand this principle rise above their challenges and turn their hardships into their greatest strengths. Our mindset is the foundation of everything we do in life. It determines how we perceive the world, how we respond to challenges, and ultimately whether we succeed or fail. When faced with obstacles, people with a negative mindset see them as barriers that prevent progress, while those with a positive and growth-oriented mindset see them as opportunities for learning and development. The truth is, success isn't just about talent, intelligence, or luck. It's about how you think. The right mindset allows you to turn setbacks into stepping stones and failures into valuable lessons. One of the biggest differences between successful and unsuccessful people is how they handle adversity. Challenges are inevitable in life, but what sets achievers apart is their ability to reframe difficulties in a way that fuels growth rather than discouragement. They understand that setbacks are not permanent failures, but rather temporary situations meant to build resilience. When faced with failure, instead of dwelling on disappointment, they analyze what went wrong, learn from the experience, and use that knowledge to improve. They don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, they ask, what can I learn from this? That simple shift in thinking changes everything. A strong mindset also plays a crucial role in self-discipline. When things get tough, it's easy to give in to frustration, self-doubt, or laziness. However, those with a winning mindset push forward even when they don't feel like it. They understand that motivation comes and goes, but discipline keeps them moving forward. They wake up every day with a commitment to their goals, refusing to let negative thoughts or temporary discomfort derail them. This is what separates those who reach their full potential from those who stay stuck in mediocrity. A great example of mindset making the difference is found in the story of Michael Jordan. As a young athlete, he was cut from his high school basketball team. Many people would have taken that rejection as proof that they weren't good enough. But Jordan didn't let it define him. Instead, he used it as fuel to work harder, practice longer, and improve his skills until he became one of the greatest basketball players of all time. His story proves that setbacks don't determine your future, your response to them does. His mindset of perseverance and relentless effort is what led him to success. Another key aspect of a strong mindset is adaptability. Life is unpredictable and unexpected challenges will always arise. People with a rigid, fixed mindset struggle to cope with change, often feeling stuck when things don't go as planned. On the other hand, those with a growth mindset embrace uncertainty and adjust their strategies accordingly. Instead of seeing problems as dead ends, they view them as detours, leading to new possibilities. This flexibility allows them to thrive in any situation, no matter how difficult. The power of mindset is also evident in the way we speak to ourselves. The internal dialogue we have every day shapes our confidence, motivation, and resilience. People with a negative mindset often tell themselves, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, which only reinforces self-doubt. In contrast, those with a strong mindset replace negative self-talk with empowering beliefs. I am capable. I can figure this out, and I will find a way. Words have power. And the way we speak to ourselves directly impacts our ability to succeed. To cultivate the right mindset, we must actively practice self-awareness and self-discipline. We must catch ourselves when negative thoughts creep in and consciously choose to reframe them in a way that supports growth. We must surround ourselves with positive influences, mentors, books, and environments that reinforce the belief that we can achieve anything we set our minds to. Most importantly, we must understand that success is not an overnight event, but a lifelong journey of learning, adapting, and persisting. At the end of the day, mindset is everything. It determines how we face challenges, how we overcome adversity, and how far we go in life. Those who succeed aren't necessarily the smartest, strongest, or luckiest. They're the ones who refuse to quit no matter how hard things get. When we develop a mindset of perseverance, positivity, and resilience, we unlock our true potential and turn even the toughest challenges into opportunities for greatness. Resilience is the key to overcoming adversity and transforming challenges into opportunities. Life is unpredictable and setbacks are inevitable. But what separates those who succeed from those who give up is their ability to keep moving forward despite difficulties. Resilience is not just about surviving hardships. It is the ability to bounce back from failure, adjust to unexpected changes, and push forward even when the odds seem stacked against you. Those who cultivate resilience do not allow adversity to define them. Instead, they use it as a stepping stone to success. One of the most important aspects of resilience is the ability to reframe failure. Many people see failure as an endpoint, a sign that they are not capable or worthy of success. However, resilient individuals understand that failure is a natural part of growth. Every mistake is a lesson, every setback is a test, and every obstacle is an opportunity to improve. Take Thomas Edison, for example. He failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb, but he never saw those failures as defeats. Instead, he famously stated that he had simply discovered thousands of ways that didn't work. That mindset allowed him to persevere until he achieved his goal. Without resilience, he would have given up long before reaching success. Resilience also requires mental toughness. When facing adversity, it is easy to fall into self-doubt, frustration, or even despair. However, mentally strong individuals push past these feelings and stay focused on their goals. They do not allow temporary failures to shake their confidence or make them question their worth. Instead, they acknowledge their struggles, learn from their experiences, and keep moving forward with determination. This kind of mental toughness is what allows athletes to train through pain, entrepreneurs to persist despite setbacks, and students to keep studying after failing a test. It is the internal drive that refuses to let obstacles stand in the way of success. Another critical aspect of resilience is adaptability. Life rarely goes according to plan, and those who are unable to adapt often struggle to overcome challenges. Resilient people, however, are flexible and open to change. They do not waste time dwelling on what could have been. Instead, they quickly adjust their strategies and find new ways to move forward. Consider the rise of successful businesses that have faced economic downturns, technological changes, or unforeseen crises. The companies that survive and thrive are the ones that adapt, innovate, and find new ways to create value despite obstacles. The same principle applies to individuals. Those who can adapt to changing circumstances are far more likely to succeed. Resilience is also fueled by a strong sense of purpose. People who have a clear vision of what they want to achieve are more likely to persevere through hardships. When setbacks arise, they remind themselves why they started in the first place and use that motivation to keep going. Purpose gives people the strength to endure struggles because they know that their challenges are temporary but their goals are worth fighting for. Whether it's an athlete training for a championship, an entrepreneur building a business, or a student working toward a degree, having a strong purpose helps individuals push through the toughest times. One of the most powerful ways to build resilience is by developing a support system. No one overcomes adversity alone, and resilient individuals understand the importance of surrounding themselves with positive influences. Family, friends, mentors, and coaches can provide encouragement, guidance, and reassurance during difficult times. Even the most resilient people experience moments of doubt, but having a strong support system helps them regain their confidence and keep moving forward. Seeking support is not a sign of weakness. It is a strategy for growth and success. Resilience is what turns adversity into opportunity. Those who develop resilience do not see challenges as reasons to quit, but as chances to grow stronger. They embrace failure as a learning experience, cultivate mental toughness, adapt to change, stay focused on their purpose, and rely on the support of others. Resilience is not something people are born with. It is something that can be developed through practice, persistence, and a willingness to keep going no matter when life gets tough. Resilience is the force that keeps us standing, pushing forward, and turning setbacks into setups for success. Failure is often seen as something to be feared, avoided, or even ashamed of. However, the truth is that failure is not the end. It is a powerful lesson, a stepping stone towards success. The most successful people in the world have all encountered failure at some point in their journey. What sets them apart is their ability to see failure not as a sign of defeat, but as an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. Every setback provides valuable insights that can help shape a stronger, wiser, and more determined individual. Learning to embrace failure as a lesson rather than an endpoint is one of the most important mindsets a person can develop. When people fail, their first instinct is often to feel discouraged, embarrassed, or even hopeless. However, failure is not a reflection of one's worth or potential. It is simply part of the learning process. A baby does not learn to walk without falling multiple times. A musician does not master an instrument without playing wrong notes along the way. A business does not become successful without encountering financial struggles or strategic missteps. Every time a person fails, they gain insight into what does not work, which in turn brings them closer to discovering what does. Instead of seeing failure as an obstacle, it should be seen as feedback, information that guides improvement and progress. One of the best examples of this principle is Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. Before successfully creating the electric light, he failed thousands of times. But rather than seeing each failure as a defeat, he famously stated, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000,000 ways that won't work." His persistence and ability to learn from every failed attempt led to one of the most significant inventions. Had he given up after a few setbacks, the world might not have benefited from his groundbreaking innovation. Edison's story is a testament to the idea that failure is not a stopping point. It is part of the path to greatness. Failure also builds resilience, a crucial quality for long-term success. When a person experiences failure, they are forced to push through disappointment, frustration, and self-doubt. This process strengthens their ability to handle future obstacles with confidence and perseverance. Those who have never experienced failure often struggle to cope with setbacks when they do arise, whereas those who have faced failure repeatedly develop the mental toughness needed to keep going despite difficulties. Resilience allows individuals to view failure not as a permanent defeat, but as a temporary challenge that can be overcome. In addition to resilience, failure fosters creativity and innovation. Many of the greatest discoveries and breakthroughs in history have come as a result of mistakes. Scientists, inventors, and entrepreneurs often stumble upon revolutionary ideas by accident while trying something that did not work. Failure forces people to think outside the box, reevaluate their approach, and explore new possibilities they may not have considered before. Instead of fearing failure, individuals should embrace it as a necessary part of creative problem solving and progress. Failure teaches humility and personal growth. It reminds individuals that they are not infallible and that there is always room for improvement. Those who have experienced failure firsthand develop a deep appreciation for hard work, perseverance, and continuous learning. They become more empathetic toward others who struggle and are more willing to seek guidance and support when needed. Failure humbles people in a way that success alone never could, making them stronger and more well-rounded individuals. To me, the key to turning failure into a lesson rather than an ending is to analyze mistakes, learn from them, and apply those lessons moving forward. Rather than dwelling on what went wrong, successful people focus on what they can do differently next time. They ask themselves, what did I learn from this? How can I improve? What changes can I make to increase my chances of success? By shifting the focus from self-blame to self-improvement, they use failure as a powerful tool for growth. Failure is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced. It is an essential part of the journey to success. Those who view failure as a lesson rather than a final verdict develop the resilience, creativity, and wisdom needed to achieve great things. Every failure brings a new opportunity to learn, and every mistake is a chance to improve. The most successful people in the world have failed many times before reaching their goals. And the same principle applies to everyone. Learning to see failure as a teacher rather than an enemy is one of the most valuable mindsets a person can develop. Challenges are an inevitable part of life, but what truly matters is how we respond to them. One of the most powerful ways to transform obstacles into opportunities is by taking action and adapting. Many people allow difficulties to paralyze them, waiting for the perfect moment or ideal conditions before making a move. However, success does not come from waiting, it comes from doing. When we take action despite uncertainty and adapt to new circumstances, we build momentum, learn valuable lessons, and create new opportunities that may not have been visible before. One of the biggest mistakes people make when facing challenges is overthinking. They analyze every possible outcome, dwell on potential failures, and hesitate to make decisions. This leads to inaction, which only makes the situation worse. The truth is, no one ever has all the answers at the start. The only way to figure things out is to take the first step. Action leads to experience, and experience leads to wisdom. When we stop waiting for the perfect conditions and start taking action with the resources and knowledge we have, we open doors to progress and growth. A great example of the power of action is seen in the world of business. Many of the most successful entrepreneurs did not start with a flawless plan. They began with an idea, took the first step, and adapted as they learned from failures and feedback. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, did not know exactly how big his company would become when he started selling books online from his garage. However, he took action, adjusted his approach over time, and expanded his business step by step. If he had waited until he had a perfect plan, Amazon might never have existed. His success came from a willingness to start, learn, and adapt. Adapting is just as important as taking action. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how well we plan, things will not always go the way we expect. Those who are rigid and unwilling to change often struggle when faced with difficulties. However, Those who embrace flexibility and adjust their strategies can turn setbacks into opportunities. Being adaptable means being open to new solutions, learning from failures, and shifting our approach when necessary. Instead of resisting change, we should use it as a tool for growth. Athletes provide another powerful example of action and adaptability. A runner training for a marathon might encounter an injury, preventing them from following their original plan. Instead of giving up, they can adjust their training, focus on recovery, and find alternative ways to maintain their fitness. By adapting instead of quitting, they continue making progress even in the face of adversity. This same mindset applies to every area of life, whether in careers, relationships, or personal goals. The ability to pivot and adjust ensures that obstacles do not become permanent roadblocks. One key to taking action and adapting effectively is having a problem-solving mindset. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, successful people ask themselves, what can I do next? They do not dwell on failure or blame external circumstances. Instead, they look for solutions, explore new options, and take proactive steps to improve their situations. When we shift our focus from problems to solutions, we regain control over our lives and make real progress. Another important aspect of adaptability is embracing discomfort. Growth rarely happens in comfort zones. When we face challenges, they often push us into unfamiliar territory, forcing us to develop new skills and perspectives. While discomfort may feel intimidating, it is often a sign that we are growing. Instead of avoiding challenges, we should welcome them as opportunities to become stronger, more knowledgeable, and more resilient. Success comes to those who take action and adapt. Life will never be free of challenges, but our response to them determines our growth and success. Those who wait for the perfect moment often miss out on opportunities, while those who take action, learn from mistakes, and adjust their approach continue moving forward. Progress is not about having a perfect plan. It is about taking the first step and being willing to adapt along the way. When we develop this mindset, we transform obstacles into stepping stones and difficulties into opportunities for success.